Hello. There was a murder in the South of African American jogging, and it's very emotional for a lot of people. And of course it is. And it was videotaped, which is very valuable. I wish we could videotape everything, specifically and especially therapist and psychiatric appointments, so that we can learn what causes. I mean, we all kind of know, but what causes violence and what causes evil? It would be nice to get details to gauge it. But I guess that's a problem for gauge, because that is our measurement day, voting day, and offensive day, August 8th. What this tragedy brings to me is the visible tears of Bernie Sanders' campaign manager, bless her. And she said, thank God for video cameras, but there is no God. Thank technology. Thank goodness for video cameras. They are indubitably vital resources around cops, and it looks like around retired cops too. They keep the attitude of being a police officer, but they leave the institution, and clearly the institution has left its mark, making you feel like you can just drive around and shoot somebody and not get in trouble. Now, I just made a video about Christian Shannon and Christopher, I've forgotten his last name. You know why? Because no big deal has been made about it. You know why? There's no footage of it. There's no catch. There's no catchy tune. It's a hook that they call it in popular music. Channing and Christian were just killed. Were just raped and killed. We know what that's like from movies. We've seen the idea before. That's why. And so, why do I think people make a big deal out of that? Because I was digging through my old videos and I found the Nazi guy that I kicked out of my environment, who I don't really care if he comes back now. I don't mind mentioning him. I don't care either way. Because I can handle the existence of racists. I can coexist with racists. And if that's a character flaw, then I need to talk about it with a counselor, because I just can. If you're a racist, I want you to stop being one, but I'm not going to shun you all the time irrationally. But anyway, he mentioned the Channing Christian murder as well. Why? Because if you point out black crime against white victims, you get to be emotional and you get to grandstand the way some African Americans grandstand after black people being killed by white people. And so you can further your inner race war, the race war of your brain, where white people are victims or black people are victims and we need to, fight back. It's all nonsense. Back up a little bit. Move away from the problem and look at the whole situation. Instead of getting caught in the details, like Trayvon Martin or this guy Aubrey, him being killed while jogging. If you look at the footage, and I don't know. I guess I'm an anti-censorship absolutist, because The Hill censored the footage, but they didn't censor the S-word shit the other day. And for a moment, I was hopeful that The Hill would not treat me like a child and would just avoid censoring content for its audience. But like every other channel, they do have to treat people like children, because whenever we're offended, we just flag everything and destroy it all. And that's the emotion that I think African Americans are feeling after this recent murder, is that they should flag everything and screw it all up, fix it, destroy this system, because it's not working. It's not giving us the feeling of safety and the ability to point to a media in which none of us are being killed and that killing is being excused. That's a very understandable emotion. And it's fueled by the video. It's fueled by the detail. It is not purely fueled by race, because murder is something that happens to all races. And so the victimhood of the people that are related to the people that got murdered, that are friends of them, etc., that victimhood is not racial. It is fundamentally human. And you know that human means the N-word. And so it's terrifyingly bad. It's human to kill and then to not feel that bad about it. In Ozark, this is a dumb thing to bring up, so I guess I won't. But it's simply easier to be a killer than to be killed. It's just better for your life personally, selfishly, to be a killer than to be killed. And that reasoning floods the market and the environment and the culture with guns and therefore murders. And of course, guns don't kill people if you have them in cryogenic storage. But once they get into human hands, they undoubtedly, consistently do kill people over and over and over again. And the people that are killed are black and white and Asian and native and every race and every species. We even have killings of tigers because of guns. And obviously I'm Netflixed out of the mainstream because everything I think about returns to that, because that's the media I consume. But again, there's also another thing at stake here. As the internet has gotten older, we've all gotten more specialized. And so my specialty is the N-word. God damn me. There is no God. You can't damn me. I'm impenetrable. I will always be saying the N-word. It's terrifyingly awful. And yet it continues, and semantics has proven itself impossible with this evil, stupid monolith of a word. Why am I talking about that? Because some people have specialized in their race. So I'm a white supremacist because Channing and Christian, or I'm an African American that is offended at evil murder because of Aubrey and the jogger, right? And if you step back, then instead feel emotions about the era as well. Because we can get caught up. That's what I'm trying to say in this video. We're not seeing the forest for the trees. And the trees are fascinating. And you can run up to them and stare at them all day long and look at them in minute detail. But the forest is mass incarceration because of the drug war. And that is not primarily, well, it kind of is primarily racist because that's how Nixon made it. But its results are not exclusively racist. And therefore, we should unite. But we should unite about a specific set of policies. And those policies, if they have to do with these types of murders, should be primarily about gun control. Not about racial justice, but gun control. But also racial justice. So I'm forced to tightwalk a rope here, and I'm not flexible or balanced enough to do that. Multiple sclerosis has put me in a walker. So that's where I'm sitting right now even. I'm useless. I can't even go out and do interviews on the street. But allow me to make this point. There's a larger evil that is conducting itself here, and it's mass incarceration and the drug war. And that's where our emotions need to be funneled towards, because the victimology and the horribleness is trees for the forest. All right, or forest for the trees. Take care. Goodbye.